What's going on, guys? Brock with Bassin227 here, back again with another video for you. Hope everybody's doing all right. Christmas is getting close, man. I hope everybody is looking forward to it just as much as I am. I know I'm pumped for the kids to be able to open up their Christmas presents. So one of my favorite holidays of the year. So with this video, I got a new partner back in the beginning of the fishing season this year, and I've had the privilege to use their products a little bit prior to getting together and working with them, and I was completely blown away. Company that I'm talking about is Tungsten. If you haven't heard about them, they're based down in Alabama. Great company. I've been completely blown away by their products. They've got, just about everything under the sun that you can think of for your tungsten needs. Just as a, one example here, I've got to restock on more, but see if it'll focus here. Come on. Anyways, great tungsten. When you think about tungsten, there's a few key things that come to mind, right? Because it's better than lead. Tungsten's a more eco-friendly option, which is, probably one of the top choices to be able to use tungsten. The other benefit is out of tungsten, you're going to get more sensitivity when, especially with the flipping weight, as you're flipping, you get a little bit of extra sensitivity from that. I definitely noticed that with these weights. Just another example of another one that I've got here is the little cannonball drop shot weight. If you can see that, round line tie, freaking awesome. So let's talk a little bit about first kind of the flipping weights, because that's what I spend a lot of my time with. So a process that they use, there's no insert in these tungsten weights, and from some previous ones that I've used, a lot of times you get your line will kind of fray in there from the weight moving, or you'll find companies that put an insert in there. So with this, they go through a process that's called diamond honing. And I don't know the specifics of exactly how that works, but basically what that is they put this through a process called diamond honing, and it smooths out the inside. So you're not going to get any line fray, and you don't have to worry about having an insert put in the weight, which is fantastic. Another big feature that I really like, and it's on all their weights, which you can kind of see here. It's still not going to focus. Anyways, so they'll stamp it with the logo, and then they'll have the weight on there. So when you're putting your terminal tackle in your box, you can go through and look if you don't have some sort of label system in there to know which spots, which weight, you just grab the weight, look at it, and be able to see what the weight is, which I think is a huge advantage. I know not a lot of companies are doing that, but I find it to be extremely beneficial, really. Like I said, I've spent a lot of time with these this year. My goal into 2020 was I wanted to focus a lot more on flipping, and this allowed me to do it, and I I had a lot of good success flipping this year, and I put a lot of that to the tungsten weight. I felt like I got a lot more sensitivity compared to, for example, here, just a competitor weight, um, that I would take some time and try to fish, you know, alternate and see if I really noticed a difference. And I did pick up a little bit more of a difference as far as sensitivity goes with their weights. But also with the competitor weight that I used, I did notice I had a little bit more line fray in it. Um, Another big component to these, it's non-chip coating. So, you can beat these things up and, it's not going to chip or anything like that. Like some of the other companies out there, after a while, the paint starts to chip away. So, you don't have to worry about that with these, with that non-chip coating. It's going to help make these last a lot longer. And typically, when you'd be ready to tie on the next one is if you get hung up and have to break off. So pricing for this tungsten, I know in general tungsten is expensive. They're not necessarily the cheapest on the board, but they're not the most expensive on the board. I in my opinion, I feel like they're at that good spot. And one key thing that they do is, a lot of times they've got discounts running constantly on the website. So you're able to get on the website and they typically will have a code that you can use and get a certain percentage off. And I think, as far as I'm aware, there's not many other tungsten companies doing that. So it's a way to help get it in your hands to be able to use it, which I think is great. And it says a lot for a company knowing that tungsten is expensive, and they do tend to offer these discounts for people to be able to get at an affordable price. So I think if there's any really big takeaway from Titan Tungsten, that's it. Being able to take advantage of discounts when they come up, and they do come up quite often. I've seen a lot, especially, over the summer and coming in, there was a lot of good discounts. So they've got a really good selection too, right? So I showed you a couple. Like I said, I've got to get more, but they've got flipping weights. They've got your standard worm weight. They got the little cannonball drop shot weight. They got the cylinder drop shot weight as well as a teardrop. And with the drop shot weights, you got one of two options. So you can either go with the pinched, which me personally, I cannot stand. I hate the pinched ties. Or you can get, like I showed earlier, the round line tie, which is my absolute favorite. I don't lose the weight when I go this way unless for some reason it gets hung up and breaks off. But they've also got nail weights. They've got some Ned heads. They got the Carolina sinker weights. They've got a good variety. So I'm going to link their website below. Definitely go check them out. I've been blown away. I'm ecstatic that we're partnered up together, and that they seen the value in what I was wanting to bring to the table, and what my plans were to kind of get my channel up and moving and back going. So when it comes to flipping and things like that, tungsten's the way to go. Obviously tungsten's a lot smaller than lead, so you're able, especially if you're flipping, you're able to get a more compact profile as it's slipping through the grass, which is gonna help increase your percentages of getting bit. So that's basically it for what I got. I just kind of wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the baits. Get on their website and check them out. Especially, it might be tough right now, given that it's getting so close to Christmas, that it may be tough to, get it ordered and have it, in time by Christmas. But, if you get money for Christmas and it's something you want to look into it. I think you'll be extremely happy, and I'm glad that I made the decision to switch over and be able to rock and roll with it. So check them out. Be on the lookout for more things to come. You know, unfortunately, with the cold here, we're not going to get much fishing in. I'm not much of an ice fisherman anymore, but you know, going to keep pumping out. Going to be looking to do some how-to tutorials and some more product reviews coming up as well. And yeah, that's about it. So you know, if you like what you guys are seeing, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You know, I want feedback. That's really important to me. So if there's some things that you guys are liking that you want to see, you know, put it in the comments. Let me know, and I'll be looking to do videos on it. So that's about it for me. Make sure to check out Titan Tungsten. Hopefully everybody's staying safe and gonna be having a great holiday. Till next time, guys. Peace.